Welcome to the chemistry class. Today we are going to discuss few terms or few concepts regarding the positive and negative deviation. Okay. So, in our last class we discussed about the ideal and non-ideal solution, and the ideal solution and non-ideal solution classification. In that, the non-ideal solution is further divided into two categories. One is which is shows the positive deviation, and one more which is showing the negative deviation. And we studied a lot of few differences in that case, and today I am going to tell you few more things regarding that positive and negative deviation only. So, let me tell you, in case of non-ideal solution which is showing the positive deviation and non-ideal solution which is showing the negative deviation. So, in case of non-ideal solution showing the positive deviation, the P total, that is the total pressure, is greater than that of the sum of the partial pressures. So, greater than that of the partial pressures of the component 1 and 2. In case of negative deviation, the total pressure is lesser than that of the partial pressure, the sum of the partial pressure of the component 1 and 2. And here, in case of positive deviation, we are going to tell that delta V mixing is greater than 0. We are going to tell that delta V mixing is greater than 0. How the delta V mixing will be greater than 0, that I will explain you here. So, let me tell you, here liquid 1 and it has the AA type of the interaction, okay. And here liquid 2, here there will be a BB type of the interaction. So, let us take this is a solute or this is a solvent, okay. When these two combine with each other, there is a formation of the binary solution which is having the AB type of the interaction. This is the binary solution, okay. Here the solute-solute interaction AA, the solvent-solvent interactions are BB, the solute-solvent interactions are AB. So, we are telling that the V mixing is 0, that is positive. V mixing is positive in case of the positive deviation, that is greater than 0, that is greater than 0. See here, in case of liquid 1 AA interaction, let me take the AA interactions like this, okay, and here BB interactions are like this. When I am going to combine these liquid 1 and liquid 2, there is a formation of the binary solution and its interactions are AB type, okay. So, how the AB type of the interaction will be there? The AB type of the interaction will be like this. Why it is like this means, in case of positive deviation, the AB interactions are weaker. The AB interactions are weaker than that of the AA and BB interaction. So, there is a little space. So, that volume increases, it means that becomes the greater than 0. Why? Because it is occupying the more volume, because the interactions are weaker. See here, the solute and solvent interactions are weaker in case of positive deviation as compared with the solute-solute and solvent-solvent interaction. So, that is why the V mixing is greater than 0 in case of positive deviation. Okay. Suppose if I am taking for the negative deviation, here the interaction, that is AB interactions are stronger. AB interactions are stronger in case of the negative deviation. Here the AB interactions can be shown like this. So, those are very closely bonded. So, those are very closely bonded, volume will be that is not greater than 0, that is lesser than the 0. Okay. So, this is how we can explain delta V mixing is greater than 0, delta V mixing is lesser than 0. I hope you are getting. See here, in case of let me take two volatile that is components. Here solute interaction is AA and here the solvent interaction is BB. So when I am mixing these two, there is a formation of the binary solution. The interaction will be, that is solute solvent interaction is type of the AB interaction. So in case of what we are telling positive deviation, here let us take AA interaction like this, BB interaction like this. When AB interactions occur, as these are weaker, there is a space they can able to occupy the volume. Okay. So V mixing is greater than 0. And one more thing we can tell you here only. So let me clarify this point also here only. So AA interaction, BB interaction combined with each other, there is a formation of the AB interaction. There is a formation of the AB interaction. As these AB interactions are weaker, so we can tell that the particles from here can able to escape very easily. They can able to escape very easily and they can form the vapor. Those vapors will going to exert the vapor pressure. Those will going to exert the vapor pressure. So the vapor pressure in case of a positive deviation will going to be increase. So as the AB interactions are weaker, the molecules can able to escape and forms vapor. This causes increase in vapor pressure. Clear? See here. So AB interactions, one more time I will tell you. See, this is solute and it carries the AA type of the interaction, and this interaction I am going to show in this way. Okay. And then here solvent, it is a solvent, its interaction is BB interaction, and here I am going to show this as like this. When I am going to combine these two, there is a formation of the binary solution which consisting of AB type of the interaction. So this AB type of the interaction, in case of positive deviation, these are weaker. So the molecules, the interactions will be like this. It means volume is somewhat more. That's why we can say that delta V mixing is greater than 0 in case of positive deviation. And one more thing I will tell you, as the AB interactions are weaker, here the molecules can easily escape and they can easily form the vapors. Yes or no? So as the AB interactions are weaker, the molecules can able to escape and forms the vapor, and this causes the vapor will going to exert the pressure. Therefore, the vapor pressure increases in case of the positive deviation. Okay. So what happens in case of negative deviation? So let me tell you, similarly in case of negative deviation also we are adding AA and BB, that is solute with solvent. When these two are combined, there is a formation of the binary solution. But the AB interactions in case of negative deviation, it will be like this. This is AB interaction. So AB interactions in case of negative deviation are stronger. So I am going to draw like this. So what happens here, when the interactions are very stronger, so volume will be, delta V mixing will be lesser than 0 in case of negative deviation. Okay. And as these interactions are very strong, means the molecules cannot able to escape very easily. They cannot able to escape very easily, so that the vapor pressure, few vapor will going to form and the vapor pressure here decreases. Vapor pressure decreases. Clear? Are you getting the point? Here in case of negative deviation, V mixing is greater than 0 because the AB interactions are weaker. As the AB interactions are weaker, the vapor pressure also increases because they can easily evaporate. And in case of negative deviation, AB interactions are very strong, they cannot able to form, they cannot able to easily escape from the surface, and then we can say that there is a pressure, that is vapor pressure will going to be decrease. Okay. So, this is how we can explain why the vapor pressure, that is how the vapor pressure will going to be play a role. So, this is regarding the V mixing. V mixing will be positive, V mixing will be negative. Why, the reason is explained. So, let me tell you delta H mixing, here it will be lesser than 0. Okay. The change in the enthalpy after mixing is greater than 0. Here change in enthalpy after mixing is lesser than 0. So, solute to solute interaction combines with the solvent, there is a formation of the binary solution. Here AA interaction, BB interaction and AB interaction. Let me tell you in terms of the positive deviation. I need AA interaction. In order to break the AA interaction, I have to supply some amount of the energy. In order to break this bond, I need to supply some amount of the energy. Let us take as 6 joules, and in order to break BB bond, let us take 6 joules, and there is a, that is we are providing the energy, I am going to take positive. Okay. When AB interactions forms, there is a release of energy. There is a release of energy as the new bonds are formed. Here the old bonds are broken. So, here it will be in terms of negative. We need to tell that delta H mixing is greater than 0. So, in case of positive deviation, what happens? In case of positive deviation, AB interactions are weaker. AB interactions are weaker. So, AB interactions are weaker means instead of I am getting the here 12 joule, I am going to get 10 you consider. I am going to get 10 you consider. So, what happens? Because it must be 12, but AB interactions are weaker means I am going to take minus 10. So, when you 12 minus 10 means plus 2, that is delta X H mixing is in terms of positive. See here 12 minus 10 means plus 2, which is the positive quantity. Okay. So, the delta H mixing will be positive. Similarly, if I go for the negative deviation, here similarly let us take here also 6 joules and minus this I will change, because AB interactions are stronger. AB interactions are stronger. Instead of taking 12, I am going to take 14 joules. So, 14 minus 12 means minus 2 joules is the answer. It means delta H mixing is in terms of negative. So, this is how we can explain the difference between the positive and negative deviation. Keep in mind that delta V mixing in case of positive deviation is greater than 0. In case of negative deviation, it is lesser than 0 because of the AB interactions are here weaker, here it is stronger. And then delta H mixing is greater than 0, that is it is we can say that a positive means it is a endothermic. The mixing, the enthalpy of mixing after enthalpy of mixing will be in terms of positive. Here delta H mixing is in terms of negative. And then here AB interactions are weaker means it will going to increase the vapor pressure. Here AB interactions are stronger means the vapor pressure will going to be decrease. So let us go for the few examples of the positive and negative deviation. So these are the very important, they are going to ask you why the mixture of the ethanol and acetone will going to shows the positive deviation, why the mixture of the carbon disulfide and acetone will going to form the positive deviation. So let me tell you why the mixture of the ethanol and acetone will going to give the positive deviation. So here the pure form of the ethanol, the pure form of ethanol has hydrogen bonds. So you know about what do you mean by hydrogen bond? In that bond hydrogen is going to make a bond with the other electronegative elements like oxygen, fluorines, like this. Okay. So pure ethanol has the hydrogen bonds, pure ethanol has the hydrogen bonds. When acetone is added, when acetone is added to it, the H bonds are broken. The H bonds are broken, it means hydrogen bonds are broken, and here AB interactions is weaker as compared to AA and BB interaction. See here, pure form of ethanol has the hydrogen bonds. When I am going to add the acetone, what happens, that hydrogen bonds will going to be broken. So it causes AB interactions are weaker. So in case of positive deviation, just now we discussed the AB interactions will be weaker. So here also what happens, the solute and solvent interactions become weaker compared with the solute-solute and solvent-solvent interaction. So the mixture of ethanol and acetone shows the positive deviation. Okay, let me explain you one more example. Similar, the carbon disulfide and acetone will going to form the positive deviation, will going to give the positive deviation. Here also you can give that the solute-solvent interactions are weaker, solute-solvent interaction, that is AB type of the interactions are weaker as compared to solute-solute or solvent-solvent interaction. Clear? So if the AB interactions are weaker means that will going to give you a positive deviation, and in case of positive deviation there is a breaking of the bonds will going to be takes place. In the first one we know that the H bonds will going to be break. Okay. So let me tell you few more examples for the negative deviation. So the mixture of the phenol and aniline will going to form the negative deviation, So see here, this is the phenol and then this is the aniline. This is the phenol and this is the aniline. See here, in case of when the phenol and aniline interact with each other, those are mixed with each other, there is a formation of the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond will going to form here. Hydrogen bond formation occurs. So how the hydrogen bond is formed? The hydrogen bond is formed between the the hydrogen of the phenol, that is phenolic proton, and the nitrogen of the aniline and the lone. So, here we are discussing about the examples of the negative deviation. The first one, they are going to ask you the mixture of the phenol and aniline shows the negative deviation, what is the reason? So, here phenol, the structure of the phenol is benzene ring consisting of the OH, and aniline, the benzene ring consisting of the NH2 group. So, what happens here? In case of positive deviation, there is a breaking of the hydrogen bond, but in case of the negative deviation, there is a formation of the hydrogen bond will going to be takes place. So, here phenol is there and aniline is there, and this nitrogen consisting of the lone pair of the electron. So, there is a hydrogen bond occurs between the phenolic proton, this is the phenolic proton, and the nitrogen which is having the lone pair in the aniline. So, what happens, these interaction, when there is a formation of the hydrogen bond between the phenolic proton and lone pair of the nitrogen of the aniline, these interactions are stronger interactions. These interactions are the stronger interactions. So, as the interactions are very strong, so we are going to tell that there is a formation of the negative deviation. So, there is a negative deviation will going to be occur. So, let me explain you one more example which is also the negative deviation. So, here the example is chloroform and acetone. So, if we go for the structure of the chloroform, CHCl3 is the formula of the chloroform, CHCl3, and acetone formula is CH3COCH3. So, here also there is a formation of the hydrogen bond between the hydrogen of the chloroform and oxygen of the acetone. So, as there is a formation of the hydrogen bond, the interactions are very strong. So, the AB interactions are stronger means that will going to cause the negative deviation. So, keep in mind that the examples of the positive deviation and negative deviation, sometimes they will going to ask you the differences, and sometimes they are going to ask the definition along with the example, and sometimes they are going to give you example and they will going to ask you the reason why it will going to show the negative deviation, why it will going to show the positive deviation. So, one more very important example, many times this such type of the questions will be asked. See here, 10 ml of the liquid A is mixed with 10 ml of the liquid B. The volume of the resultant solution is 19.9 ml. So, we are mixing 10 plus 10. So, this is the liquid A and this is the liquid B. So, the resultant solution volume is 19.9. So, it is 19.9. The question is that which type of the deviation is expected from the Raoult's law. So, see here Raoult's law, if P total is lesser than P1 plus P2, that will going to shows the negative deviation. So, what happens here, the total volume must be 20. The total volume must be 20 as we are mixing 10 and 10, but it is decreasing. 19.9 means that will going to shows the negative deviation. There is a negative deviation from Raoult's law. Okay, suppose it is not less, if it is less than 20 means that will be a negative deviation. If it is 20.1 means that is more than 20 means it will going to shows the positive deviation. So, whenever 10 ml are mixing, the resultant solution is we are getting 19.9. So, this shows the negative deviation from the Raoult's law. Clear? So, all these are the very important bit of the topic. So, let me go for the one more concept of the your theoretical part, that is regarding the azotropes. That is regarding the azotropes. Okay. So, azotropes. Azotropes are the binary mixtures which are having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and boil at the constant temperature. See here, azotrope means here also we are mixing two volatile liquids, liquid 1 and liquid 2, and there is a formation of the binary solution. Okay, there is a formation of the binary solution. This is also a azotrope. Azotrope is a binary mixture. It is a binary mixture which is having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase. Here there is a formation of, as we know that the binary solution is formed by the two volatile liquids, those are going to form the vapors, and this is the vapor phase and this is the liquid phase. And the composition here and here, the composition in liquid phase and the composition in vapor phase are same in case of azotrope, and they will going to boil at the constant temperature. Okay. So, this is the definition. So, azotrope is a mixture which is having the same composition in the liquid phase and vapor phase, and they will going to boil at the constant temperature. Clear? So, this is how we can tell the definition of the azotrope. And azotrope cannot be separated by the fractional distillation, as the composition is same in both the liquid and vapor phase. This cannot be. Fractional distillation is used to separate the liquids which are varying in their boiling points. Okay. So, the two liquids we need to separate means we are going to, when the boiling point between those two liquids is somewhat different, that time we are going to use the fractional distillation method which you studied in your first PUC, but the azotropes cannot be separated by using the fractional distillation. Clear? So, next the azotropes are divided into two categories. One is minimum boiling azotrope and one more is maximum boiling azotrope. So, the minimum boiling azotrope, so which type of the solution will going to shows the minimum boiling azotrope. So, just here the solution which is showing the large positive deviation from the Raoult's law. The solution which shows the large positive deviation from the Raoult's law will going to form the minimum boiling azotrope at the specific composition. Okay. So, minimum boiling point at the solution which will going to show the large positive deviation from the Raoult's law. Okay. Such a solution will going to be a minimum boiling azotrope. It becomes a minimum boiling azotrope. Then maximum, reverse, the solution which shows the large negative deviation from the Raoult's law, and here it will going to form the maximum boiling azotrope at the specific composition. And example for these two, here for the minimum boiling azotrope we can give the mixture of the ethanol and water as an example. In case of maximum boiling azotrope which involves the negative deviation, we can give the mixture of the nitric acid and water. Okay. So, keep in mind that many times they are going to ask you what do you mean by azotrope, give example, and the difference between the maximum boiling and minimum boiling azotropes and respective example. So, these are the bit of the topic which are quite important. Okay. So, let me go for the one problem of the one problem which is related to the azotropes. Okay. So, here this problem, like this problem we solved in our earlier classes. So, now I am not going to solve all the problem, only I am going to give you what they have given, what you need to calculate and which formula you have to use. Clear? So, let me read the question. Vapor pressure of the pure liquid A and B are 450 and 700 mmHg respectively at 350 Kelvin, and find the composition of the liquid mixture if the total vapor pressure is 600 mmHg. Find the composition of vapor phase. So first this composition is nothing but mole fraction. Composition is nothing but mole fraction. So what they have given, the vapor pressure of the pure liquid A and B. It means they have given that, let me take PA naught, because the vapor pressure in the pure form is 450 mmHg. Okay, and then PP naught 700 mmHg, and one more they have given the total vapor pressure, P total 600 mmHg. Okay, we need to calculate the composition in liquid phase and in vapor phase. So see here, binary solution. This is the liquid phase, this is the vapor phase. We need to find out the mole fraction in the liquid phase, that is the composition. Here the mole fraction in the vapor phase. Okay. So by looking this given quantity, I know that according to the Raoult's law, P total is equals to PA naught plus PB naught minus PA naught into X2. Okay. In the previous problem we used, instead of PA and PB, we used the component 1 and 2. Here as they have mentioned the liquid A and B, we are using the term AB. Only the difference is we are using the different terms, but here it is PA naught, that is instead of this we used P1 naught, and here P2 naught minus P1 naught into X2. Okay. So if it is convenient means you can use this also, no problem. As they have given A and B, that is why I used the terms as A and B. So let me tell you. So we have the P total value 600 and PA naught value 450 plus PB naught 700 minus 450 into X2. So here X2 is nothing but the mole fraction of the component 2, that is the liquid B in the liquid phase. So you simplify all this and you are going to get the value of the X2. So this X2 is nothing but the composition of liquid B in liquid phase. Okay. We know that one formula, x1 plus x2 is equals to 1. From this I can able to solve 1 minus x2. x2 you calculated and you are going to get the value of x1 here. Yes or no? X1 is the composition of liquid A in liquid phase. Okay. So the question is to find out the composition in the liquid mixture if the total vapor pressure. So we have to find out the composition in vapor phase, but we got the composition in liquid phase. We need to find out the composition in vapor phase. So the composition in vapor phase can be PA is equals to YA into P total. PA is equals to YA into P total. Here YA is the composition in the vapor phase. YA is the composition in the vapor phase. So I need to find out YA. YA is equals to PA divided by P total. Okay, I have the value of P total which I have calculated, which they have given P total, but what about PA? PA is not given directly, but this one I can able to write as PA naught into XA. Am I correct? XA is you calculated here, that is X1. X1 is nothing but composition of liquid phase of A only, that is XA is nothing but X1 divided by P total. So you substitute all the value and you simplify it, you are going to get the composition of liquid A in the vapor phase. Okay. And then similarly I want PB YB into P total. Here YB is equals to PB divided by P total. Here PB is equals to PB naught into XB divided by P total. So you have the value of PB naught here they have given, and XB that you calculated here, XB is nothing but X2. Then PT is already given, and substitute all the values and simplify, you are going to get the composition of liquid B in the vapor phase. Clear? Once again I will tell you, see here azotropes are, the definition and example are very important. Here these are the binary mixtures which are having the same composition in liquid and vapor phase and boil at the constant temperature. And these cannot be separated by the fractional distillation, and the difference between difference is these are classified into two categories, minimum boiling azeotrope and maximum boiling azeotrope. The minimum boiling azeotrope which shows the large deviation, large positive deviation from the Raoult's law, here which shows the large negative deviation from the Raoult's law. And the example here is ethanol plus water, and here nitric acid and water. So let us go for the problem. The problem they have given the vapor pressure of the two pure components and the total pressure and the total vapor pressure of the solution. Okay. So I need to calculate the composition in the vapor phase, So in order to calculate the composition in the vapor phase, first I need to know the vapor phase in the liquid form. Okay. So we have, according to the Raoult's law, this formula, P total is equals to PA naught plus PB naught minus PA naught into X2. By substituting all the values, you are going to get X2. So X2 is the composition of liquid B in the liquid phase, and similarly you can calculate the X1 by using this formula 1 minus X2, and you got the composition of A and B in the liquid phase. But I need to calculate the composition in the vapor phase. So we have the formula PA is equals to YA into P total and PB is equals to YB into P total. So finally I need to find out YA and YB, which are the composition of the liquid A and B in the vapor phase. Separate out the YA and YB term, you are going to get this one. So here PA and PB are not directly given, but we know the relationship between, this can be converted into PA naught into XA, PB naught into XB, because we know the value of these. Okay. Substitute all the values and calculate, you are going to get YA and YB. So this is how we are going to explain all the concept in this class. So next concepts are explained in our next class. Okay. Thank you.